Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Fragrant King. Today I am going to discuss my SNIF collection with you all. SNIF is a brand that I started out with one bottle and now I have like 10 and a couple body sprays, and I really have embraced the SNIF brand. So I want to dive in with you all, show you what I got, review those, talk about what I had and what didn't work, and go from there. So stick around, let's dive in. Tarte Deco. Tarte Deco was my first SNIF entry. I started with this. I was curious about the scent. I liked the bottle. I love their like little magnetic lid. I like that when you buy a 30 ml, I think that's the size. Yeah, 30 ml, you get a sample. So everything came with a sample. I think I started with the sample and I liked it enough, so I just kept the bottle. I don't know, don't quote me. I think if you try the sample and you don't like it, you can return the bottle. I think that's why they provide you with the little 2 ml samples. They look like this, like typical. And they come with their little box. But I don't know. I think that's what you can do, though. I think you can buy it and then return it. Either way, they have very good customer service, and that's kind of what happened. I always had Tarte Deco. I saw all their different releases. I had sniffed a few. My second one that I actually purchased was Golden Ticket. I bought that when it was out at Sephora. No, Ulta. Yeah, Ulta. Sniff is not in Sephora. It's in Ulta. When I got Golden Ticket, I got it because it said it had like a T note in it, and I thought I would really like it. I did not. So I did have Golden Ticket, and I let that go. Before we jump into my collection, what had happened was they released a new one called Sweet Tooth. This is actually the box for Sweet Tooth, which is a really cool box. And I like their packaging. Pull it out. I just like their packaging. I think it's really cool. So Sweet Tooth came out, and when I went to buy it, they had a sale. So we all know I love a sale, and that's what turned me into end up at that time. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4 fragrances from them. So I bought Sweet Tooth, and then I also got, I think it was definitely 2 at least other bottles. And no, it was 3. It was 3 bottles and a small travel spray, which their travel spray bottles are this size, 10 ml. So I went from 1 to like 4 or 5. Then I kind of kept going through and buying different ones and trying some, and some worked, some didn't. Some things I liked from samples. So that's kind of what happened with me. I started with Tarte Deco, then I grabbed Sweet Tooth, and it went from there. Now, if you do follow me on my Instagram, you know I said Sweet Tooth was my fragrance of the summer. I have used a pretty good amount of it. A little goes a very long way with Sweet Tooth. It is just amazing. It is the most hyper realistic perfumed watermelon candy fragrance. I love the bottle. I love the look. I like the story behind it. And again, the fragrance. It's so good. It is so juicy, fresh, clean. It sticks to my skin. I absolutely love Sweet Tooth. If I only had this from SNIF forever, I would be fine with it. It's so good, and I'm very, very pleased with it. The longevity is phenomenal, which is another thing about Tarte Deco. The longevity is key, and I always get a lot of compliments when I wear Tarte Deco. But yeah, I have to be in the mood for like a leathery cherry. Now, before I get into what I got and what I kept, I want to talk about the things that didn't work, like Golden Ticket. I purchased Golden Ticket when they were newly launched at Ulta. I did not like Golden Ticket. So I'll pop up a picture of what Golden Ticket looks like. Again, didn't work for me. I thought I would like it. I thought it would be like a warm tea note fragrance. No, it did not work on my skin at all. So because of that, I kind of really didn't dive back in until Sweet Tooth came out. So when Sweet Tooth came out, I also purchased Crumb Couture. Crumb Couture is this one in the blue bottle that everybody went crazy over. So I purchased it in a 30 ml. I was a little disappointed when I started going through my fragrances. I didn't really like Crumb Couture because I bought 2, 3 other scents along with Sweet Tooth and Crumb Couture, and I thought I was going to love Crumb Couture. The way it was described, I'm like, this is going to be great. it wasn't. But I just put it on the side and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try all these other things. I did, along with that, get a honey sweet sample. This is honey sweet. Instantly, it was a big no. I don't like it. I still have the sample and I only sprayed it once, but I'm not revisiting it. I did not like honey sweet at all. The other sample that came other than honey sweet was cocoa shimmy. Now, cocoa shimmy, I was kind of like, okay, wait a minute. I like this. I actually liked the sample of cocoa shimmy better than Chrome Couture. And I thought, well, this is just a sample. Why do I like this? Maybe I need to buy this bottle instead. So that's when I started to invest a little bit more time in Chrome Couture. And I thought, okay, this is not for me. But I did like cocoa shimmy. Went to Ulta to sniff a couple other ones. And I sniffed Chrome Couture in store and I was like, okay, I still don't like it. But I did really like cocoa shimmy. So I did purchase a 10 ml of cocoa shimmy. I went through 3 different small 2 ml samples of it. And I will say cocoa shimmy for me is that perfect coconut sunscreen fragrance. It does remind me of Kayali's Utopia Vanilla Cocoa, which it's very hard to find something that even smells similar to Utopia because Utopia is so unique. And I really love Utopia. It's one of my top 5 Kayali fragrances. Cocoa Shimmy gave me Utopia vibes, and I like that. So I didn't want to go full bottle because it does kind of dry down a little lemony coconut like sunscreen, but I'm going to give it more time when I start to really wear this. And if I end up liking it, I will probably go to a 30 ml. So Honey Sweet didn't work. I think I then returned Chrome Couture. And that's when I got the sample of Strawberry Moon. It was one of the discontinued scents that they got. So I did the 10 ml, this size of Strawberry Moon. I instantly liked it. I was shocked because it's not a typical Spencer fragrance, but I liked it. I liked it so much that when they announced that they were bringing it back, I went ahead and got a full-size bottle because it is not easy to get and it's one of their like discontinued scents. But it has jasmine. What else does it have? It doesn't really have strawberry. I don't know why they call it Strawberry Moon, but it's like a leathery fragrance. It's very unique. I'll pop it up and what the notes are. I just really like it. It works really well on my skin. And there's just like this unique sweetness to it. So I did get Strawberry Moon in the full size. After returning Chrome Couture, realizing I like Strawberry Moon and getting that, Sweet Tooth, Tarte Deco, Cocoa, Shimmy, I thought, okay, I need to spend a little more time on the other 2 that I bought. So the other 2 that I bought were, I guess, also ones that were about to go away or were dropped. And that was these 2. So Pacifico's by Surfaces. SNIF did a partnership, I guess, with Surfaces. They've done it with a few different people, but they created Pacifico. And this is one of the best aromatic, fresh fragrances that I have ever smelled. And I'm so glad that I got a bottle. It smells amazing on my skin. It's very grown. It's very unique. It's not a typical Spencer fragrance. I don't typically like things like this, but this just works on my skin. And I'm telling y'all, I love it. I actually have a good little dent in it. Again, a lot of things with SNIF, you don't have to spray a lot. They last. They have great longevity, all of them. The other one I got that really surprised the shit out of me was Natural Talent. Now, Natural Talent is kind of like a woody, sweet, unique fragrance. I like Natural Talent. I want to wear it more. It's a little too strong in the opening for me, but I like it. It's different. It's unique. It's something that I didn't expect to like, but I actually really like it. And I think every time I wear it, and again, I'll pop up the notes, it kind of changes on my skin. So I liked that. When you do purchase SNIF, if you join their like list online, you build points. So I ended up building so many points that I was able to get a fragrance for free. One of the fragrances at that time that they had for free was Gentle Reminder. And then there was also Sweet Tooth. And I thought, do I just get another bottle of Sweet Tooth because I know I really like it? I'd already returned Golden Ticket and Creme Couture. I tried Honey Sweet, didn't like it. But at the time of all of this, they were doing a new release called Hotcakes. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my points and I'm going to get Gentle Reminder. And with that, I got to choose a sample and I chose Hotcakes. And I chose Suganami. I think that's how you say it. It's Suganami. It's actually this one. So I got Hotcakes, Suganami, and Gentle Reminder on its way. And before I ended up checking out, there was a 10 ml of one of these sizes of House of 8. And it said it had like chocolate and earthy leather and like a bunch of other sweet notes. And I thought, I'm going to try that. So I got my shipment of House of 8, Gentle Reminder, the samples of Hotcakes, and the sample of Suganami. I opened Gentle Reminder, which had a comparison to Heal the Way. A lot of people said it was the more milky, lavendery date version, like figgy date. I think that was what's in it, or maybe like something else. I'll pop up what the notes are. Maybe it's not dates. Anyways, it was supposed to be like a more milky, lavendery, calming version of Heal the Way, which I have not smelled Heal the Way at the time. I got Gentle Reminder, and I smelled it before I even opened the bottle. Sprayed it on my skin, and y'all, I had a visceral reaction to Gentle Reminder. It was the most disgusting smell I have smelled in a very long time. Probably since Angel, I think it's Muse, that one Mugler that I tried years ago and nearly actually did throw up while filming. Gentle Reminder was that. After getting it out of my nose, I thought, okay, well, let's just try this travel spray of House of 8. I was punishing myself because then I sprayed House of 8 on my other hand and I wanted to die as well. House of 8 was disgusting. And this brought me back to where I didn't like Golden Ticket and where I was very disappointed with Creme Couture. And I absolutely hated the sample of Heal the Way. Or excuse me, not Heal the Way, Honey Sweet. So I was kind of getting annoyed. And I thought, you know what? It's okay. I liked Heart Deco. I like Sweet Tooth, Sweet Tooth, Strawberry Moon, naturally. I was like, I just didn't want to like hate on the brand. But I hated Gentle Reminder. So I reached out to the brand in email. And I said, look, I can't review this because I absolutely hate this. And I know I used my points, but is there any way I can return this? I also asked if I could return House of 8, but I wasn't allowed because it was like final sale. And I get that. I ended up selling it on Mercari. They were awesome. They let me return Gentle Reminder. And they gave me all of my points back, which is awesome. I have not used them since because now they've changed what you can get for free and there's really nothing I want. But that made me say, you know what? I fuck with you, SNIF. So I opened up my samples of Suganami and Hotcakes. Now, Suganami, I don't hate it. I still have 2 samples of this. I'm still going to wear it. I'm still trying it. It's kind of like a musky skin scent, which we know skin scents are not my thing. But it's got a little something else. I need to wear it more. It could become a bottle. It's one of those like discontinued bottles. So if I do end up wanting it, I need to kind of act quickly, but we'll see. I did return, Gentle Reminder, try Suganami, and I tried Hotcakes. Around the time that Hotcakes was out and I had the sample, I was traveling back in August. So this has been since August. And I love to wear Yum Bougie Marshmallow by Kayali. Our last day that we were out of town, I brought my SNIF Hotcake sample with me and Yum Bougie. And I knew Hotcakes from the description was going to be like a very gourmand, very yummy, cakey, maple sugar pancake scent. Everything I just said does not even describe Hotcakes. Hotcakes is one of the most hyper realistic, again, fragrances that truly smells like a stack of pancakes with syrup and butter. It outpowered, it overshined, it put Yum Bougie Marshmallow on the back end. I sprayed Bougie Marshmallow, Hotcakes, the little sample, and then more Yum Bougie marshmallow, and this is all I smelled. As we were walking to the car to leave, we were going to IKEA. My husband said, "Why do you smell like cake?" And I was like, "It's that marshmallow scent I wear." And he's like, "Let me sniff." And he's like, "No, that's like pancakes." And I was like, "Oh, well, then that's the sample called Hotcakes by SNIF." And then he's like, "Whatever it is, that's awesome." Well, I still had the little sample. I threw it in my bag, and I pulled it out, and I let him sniff it. And he's like, "Yes, that's it." He's like, "That's awesome." So I was like, "Okay." I got 5 different compliments inside IKEA on how I smelled. One girl was like, "That smells amazing." And she actually knew what Yum Bougie marshmallow was. She's like, "That doesn't smell like that on me." And I said, "Well, I am layering it with another fragrance. It's called Hotcakes by SNIF." She's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of them. They have Creme Couture. I really like Creme Couture." Yeah, it kind of smells like that. Well, I had already gotten rid of Creme Couture, and I was like, I don't think they smell similar. But I started reading a lot of the reviews, and people were comparing Hotcakes and Creme Couture. And a lot of people were saying Creme Couture was the lesser value, lesser strength, lesser overall of Hotcakes. So I blew through that sample. And after getting all my points back, I said, "You know what? I'm going to get Hotcakes." I went into Ulta one more time. And when I went into Ulta, I went to go smell Hotcakes. And I got to smell me and Rose Era. So those are my last sampled and sniffed. So I've sniffed Honey Sweet, I've sniffed me, Rose Era, Suganami by now. Suganami, I'm still on the fence. I'm trying to buy Hotcakes from the sample. Rose Era, it's okay. I'm like, no, I don't need this. It's kind of bland. It's just kind of meh. It's a pretty rose, but I don't need it. Me, I did not like. It just didn't work on my skin. I get that it's a skin scent and it's supposed to be unique for each person. It just didn't do it for me. I was like, no, we're not doing this. So I stuck with Hotcakes, and I actually got Hotcakes from Ulta. Really thankful I did, and here it is. Love it. While I was there, I went to do the pickup. This is it in its box, which I think this box is different because I got it at Ulta. I love how this says, "It drips with melted butter, maple syrup, sugared musk, and berry compote." Like flapjacks, like a fluffy flapjack. Like, it's so true, y'all. So if you have been thinking about Hotcakes, please get it. Please sample it. Go to Ulta and sample it. And while you're there, smell some of the other ones. But definitely smell Hotcakes and Creme Couture. They're different. Creme Couture did not smell bad. It just didn't last, and it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It was so bland and very disappointing. It's sweeter in like a berry way. Like, I almost feel like it has like a sweet blueberry or sweet mixed berry in it, but it just doesn't go anywhere. Hotcakes is that girl. Hotcakes is not only that girl, Hotcakes is the winner. She knocks people out. It's the reason I took back Queen's Caramel by Alice Brooklyn, and I just got a sample travel spray. I had a full bottle of this. I took it back because of Hotcakes. Hotcakes outweighed this. This full bottle fragrance of this was $115. This is like $65. And I used some Ulta points, so I got it for cheaper. And again, you can also use points at SNIF. I went back and got the $30 travel spray of Queen's Caramel because it still don't even hold a candle to Hotcakes. Hotcakes is that girl. All you gourmandies out there, listen to me. This is the one to get. I will keep this in my collection for the rest of my life as long as I can get it, and I will order and reorder the shit out of this. This is a full-size bottle. I have not touched it yet because I've not been in the mood. I've got other gourmands. But when I'm ready to bust that out here in a couple days, whew, and then I had to go back to Ulta for something, and while there, I sniffed Vanilla Vice, and I thought, I don't need this. I'm also going to sniff Easy Whip or Extra Whip. Not Easy Whip. Cool Whip. And I sniffed it and I was like, I don't need this either. Well, I go home and I get an email from SNIF for 25% off. So I was like, well, shit. Okay. So I buy. That's actually the time, I think, when I bought Strawberry Moon in the big bottle. And I bought Extra Whip. And I bought Vanilla Vice in a small 10 ml. Let me go ahead and talk about Vanilla Vice. And this is what their 10 mls look like. They come in boxes like this. Vanilla Vice is nice. It is a different type of vanilla. It's not your typical gourmand vanilla. It's more of like a floral kind of Skin Scent Vanilla. It has a small similarity to Vanilla 28 by Kayali, but not a lot, but enough. So I liked it. I added it to collection again as just a travel spray. It's very similar to Coco Shimmy, and I like them. They remind me of other fragrances, but do I need a 30 ml? I don't know. If they end up being on sale for like the fall or like holiday time, I'll probably ask for them. What did surprise me though with that purchase was Extra Whip. This is one of their body sprays. Now, they come in a larger box like this. This is actually for another one of theirs, but big box like this. This is the medium, or this is a, not medium, this is the small size. It's 2.5 fluid ounce, I think, right? Or is that too small? 2.5. It's not 2.5. Girl, I can't even read that. Anyways, this is the small size. They have a bigger size. I will be getting a bigger size of Extra Whip when I run out of this. I reviewed this briefly, I think, in my stories on Instagram. This is so good. This layered with hotcakes is like gourmand overtake. This though, for a body spray, this little shit lasts. I don't even have to spray very much. It just lasts. I wore this yesterday to bed. Oh God, it's so good. If you like anything, again, hyper realistically gourmand, that's this. This is like whipped marshmallow topping, and it layers on top of other fragrances really good. I tried this with hazel, or not with hazel, with Strawberry Moon, Natural Talent, Tarte Deco, and Hotcakes. Smells amazing. Now, Hazel Split is the other one that I got. I did try Hazel Split with Tarte Deco, and it is too strong, like overpoweringly strong. I haven't worn a lot of Hazel Split because it on its own is just too strong. I don't want to return it, and I've read a lot of reviews. People say Hazel Split, you need to let it sit for a little bit. But Hazel Split, it has chocolate, hazelnut spread, creamy banana, coconut, amberwood, and musk. Again, another hyper-realistic fragrance from SNIF. They really make the scent smell like what they say. That banana and that hazelnut, it's so strong. It's not like sweet banana. It's almost like tart, tangy banana opening with a really dark cocoa powder hazelnut. It's strong. Like, I'm going to just spray a teeny bit on my skin. It's so, oh God, it is so strong. It's not bad, but it's almost, it overtakes you. Oh. I know my face looks really bad. It doesn't smell bad. It's just so strong. It's so strong. Yeah, that hazelnut and then like the musky and if you've ever made a chocolate cake by hand and you pour in and it's got that really rich earthy cocoa, that's this. But where it has that earthy sweet banana, oh my God, it is overpowering. I'm definitely going to let it sit for a little while, but you don't need much of this at all. Like, it is beaming off of my body. Oh God. Yeah, it's strong. Very good, but very strong. Almost a little too strong, and it just does it. It does a lot. It's doing a lot. It's doing the most. But I do like it. And I really like the quality of their body sprays and the price for these under $30, and they really do last. So, and they're strong, as you can see by how I react to Hazel Split, because, oh Lord. So, still sniffing some samples. Like I said, I have the Suganami, and I also do have like 2, maybe 3 samples of me, because I went back and bought 2 more fragrances from SNIF, because again, they gave me another coupon code. Pretty much anytime you review their fragrances, they give you 25% off. So there were 2 that were still like out there for me to try, but I was afraid because, gentle reminder, was so bad. I was really afraid to get healed away. But there was one fragrance that really piqued my interest. And it was one of their older fragrances that they partnered with, like No Noses, which I think they do that with a lot of their fragrances. But it looked like it was part of like the Crumb Couture, Sweet Tooth, Dead Dinosaur, Slice Society, that cola one. It was all in that. And I'm like, I've had a cola fragrance before. I thought about the pizza one, but it sounds like it's fresh, spicy, herbal, and I don't really like that. I returned Creme Couture. The one that I was skipping over and kept going back to was Naughty Nona. So Nona, grandma, it's like a nickname for a grandma. It's probably really popular in the Italian culture, and I'm Ukrainian and Italian, so Nona is a name I've known. Plus, I feel like it's also kind of a Russian name, and I'm Ukrainian. My dad called his grandma his Baba, so Nona, Baba, it spoke to me. Plus, it was supposed to be a fruit cake and kind of like a rum cake fragrance, and I thought, I gotta try this. So, with my 25% off, I went ahead and I blind bought Naughty Nona. So Naughty Nona is a boozy fruit cake fragrance. And it says it's also got like butter and is that jasmine? I can't even read this. I cannot read this on the back here. Anyways, I got the sample, which came with it. You know how they always do a sample. And I wore it at work. I'm just going to spray it again because I don't want to spray my whole bottle yet. It's so good. I was not surprised because everybody gave it great reviews. I was surprised, again, how realistic it is. It smells like a rum fruitcake with a little bit of like a foodie vibe. Like it almost smells like food. Like I almost feel like I can smell red sauce. I know that's weird. Like I can almost smell like a tomato sauce. Like I feel like it is a sweet Italian granny who just made a big batch of sauce and was also making a fruitcake for dinner. Like she wasn't doing the spaghetti, but she always makes her sauce because she's Nona. But she also wanted to make a fruitcake on the side. Like it has a little bit of herbalness to it. I have the full size bottle. I have not even sprayed it yet. No, I didn't think I had. I'm still trying to go through the sample because it is strong. You don't need a lot, and I haven't worn it a lot. I've been trying to save it for colder because like Strawberry Moon, specifically Pacifico, and Sweet Tooth are very like summery fragrances. So I'm trying to wait to bust out like Tarte Deco and Hot Cakes and Naughty Nona and Extra Whip. So I'm at the cooler temps now to where I feel like I can bust these out. But Naughty Nona is so good. It's so fruity and fresh and just yummy. You get the rum, you get that like fruit cake. It's really good. It's really, really good. I love the color of the bottle. It's so unique, and I'm very, very, very pleased with it. So I was done with Naughty Nona. And then Extra Whip, everything. I was like, I'm good. I'm not getting anything else. I think I got a sample when I bought Naughty Nona of me and Heal the Way. So that's when it was. It was that. I thought, well, I'm just going to have Naughty Nona. Last sample was Heal the Way. And again, I was really tainted after how bad Gentle Reminder was. I didn't want to fuck with Heal the Way. I went home that evening and I opened the sample and I sprayed it on me and my life changed. So this is the last fragrance in my SNIF collection that I'm going to review with you all. And that is Heal the Way. So when people review fragrances, sometimes you just got to give yourself a chance to try it. I wish I had literally ignored everybody's recommendations of Gentle Reminder and stuck with Heal the Way, because this is one of the best fragrances I have ever smelled. And I know I said that about some other things with SNIF, and they truly do have great fragrances. This works so phenomenally on my skin. I don't know how to describe it other than it's absolute perfection. I ordered this. I had 25% off, but I kept like going back and forth, and I was getting annoyed because I don't really need anything else from them and I didn't want to spend any more money. So I was like, 25% off is all right, but then I got to pay shipping, and I was just annoyed. So I don't know what made me check. I think it's where I became an ambassador. By the time I bought all of this, before I got this, I was asked by SNIF to apply for their ambassador program because I guess I just kept buying so much. And I did get approved and I became an ambassador. And I was in there playing around. And one of my tasks as an ambassador was to film an ASMR video, which I did with the little magnetic lids. When I was on TikTok, because I very rarely use my TikTok, it is also Fragrant King, but I don't use it a lot. When I was filming and posting the TikTok for the ambassador, I saw that I had like 75% off in the TikTok shop. I don't know what that means, but it said up to $15. So either 75% off or up to 15. Long story short, I had $15 off of an item in the TikTok shop. And apparently some brands are partnered with the TikTok shop, one of which is SNIF. And SNIF had a bunch of their fragrances like 40% off and 30% off or $10 off plus the $15 off. Well, one of them was Gentle Reminder. So Gentle Reminder was $10 off plus free shipping on any TikTok shop purchase of SNIF. And I was able to use my 75% off, which was 15. So I got this from TikTok shop. This is my very first TikTok shop purchase from SNIF. Came just like a normal SNIF package, came in SNIF packaging, everything. So I guess they're just partnered with TikTok shop. I got this for under $50. I think it was like 45. So I was very pleased about that because I really truly ate this up from the samples. I had 2 samples of it or one. Yeah, it was one and I just loved it. Then when I got it from the TikTok shop, it came with a second sample. I already used the second sample up. Now I'm spraying the bottle. I just absolutely adore Heal the Way. It is so beautiful. The vanilla, the creamy musk. It's so comforting and calming. It smells amazing. I will pop up the notes for y'all. But this is just perfection on my skin. And it lasts all day. And it's a different type of vanilla. Like Vanilla Vice, it's different than that. It's different than the vanillas and like Extra Whip. It's just different. It doesn't smell like anything that I have. And it is so creamy and relaxing. And I just genuinely love it. I wore the sample a lot to bed. I wore it the other day to work, the whole bottle. I'm just so pleased with it. So if you're thinking about getting Heal the Way, please do. Avoid Gentle Reminder. Granted, it may work on you, but I doubt it because I really just think that's a bad fragrance. Sorry, guys. Keeping it real. Really not a good fragrance. But I love my SNIF collection. I am very thankful that I took the leap to buy more because they've really clearly become some of my favorite fragrances from the jump. I didn't expect to enjoy them this much, but I really, 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 really do. And I am just thankful that I went from Tarte Deco to a whole collection. I'm over here organizing them because they're just so cute. But yeah, I definitely recommend SNIF. I think there's something for everybody with SNIF. You get to sample a lot of their fragrances because they're at Ulta. There's still a few that I haven't sniffed, like Sweet Ash. I haven't sniffed it. And I don't think I've sniffed Citrus Circus. And I think both of those are at Ulta. I might have sniffed Sweet Ash and it's just not my thing. Where I did become a ambassador, they sent me a sample set of their bestsellers. And Sweet Ash is in that. But I left it at work in case I need a fragrance just to like spritz myself with. Because it had other fragrances in there that I like. Like it has Tarte Deco and I think it has Cocoa Shimmy. But I haven't really got to smell Sweet Ash yet. I'm just going through my list, making sure I didn't miss anything. There are 2 things I did not talk about. I did get a small 10 ml of Ace Ace Baby, and I did get a 30 ml of Burning Bridges. I'm selling both of those, kind of like I did with House of 8. Ace Ace Baby's not bad. It's just a citrus kind of, smells like aftershave cologne. I'll pop up the fragrance bottle and the notes. It's okay. I got it. I think I bought it when I bought Burning Bridges and I got like one of my other Suganami scents. It was kind of a fail of a purchase, but I couldn't return any of it. So I've made several purchases. That's why it's hard to remember what all I've gotten. But yeah, I didn't like Ace Ace Baby. It's not bad, but it's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to let it go. Burning Bridges, I thought I would like it because it was supposed to be like a woody, earthy vanilla with like leather. It's way too suede leather. So I feel like I've done enough due diligence with SNIF. I'm excited to see what comes next. I know now they've got the colognes that are coming from Noteworks, or I think that's the name of the brand that they're working with, but I'm not a cologne person, so I don't think I'm going to sniff them, but we'll see. Maybe I can get some samples. But yeah, that's it. If I get any kind of like codes or anything from SNIF, I will definitely share them to help people get discounts. But I don't think they are the kind of brand that you have to worry. If you do buy one and you end up not loving it, you can return it. And if you end up liking something, if you blind buy it, they usually give you like 25% off your next purchase if you do a review. So it's a very giving brand as far as that. So I would say just take the risk and try their fragrances. And again, most of them are in Ulta. Well, a big chunk of them are in Ulta, and you can try them. So that is my SNIF collection. Thank you all for sticking through this video with me. It's a pretty big collection, so I really wanted to talk about it, and I want to talk about what I didn't have and what didn't work anymore. So now you're all caught up, and I'll probably post about them randomly on my Instagram as I wear them, and I'm sure I'll be getting more, and I will see you all in the next video, whatever that will be. Thank you. Bye-bye.